Welcome back to the Three Teachers Podcast. Woo! All right, we changed pace this week.
Yes, we did.
So we had finished up with watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 12, and now we watched the first 2 episodes of the Real Housewives of Dubai.
Yes, we
So
did.
cool.
Yeah,
It was good. It was
It
good.
was good. It was almost like a movie, is what we were saying.
Yes, it was. There was like cinematic quality to this.
Yes.
Stereo, the song.
Yes, the songs, the soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah, very excited to get into it. But we're going to start off with some a warm up, and then instead of our breakout groups today, we're going to talk more in whole group
Yes.
about our initial thoughts and predictions for this season, because we're just starting to get to know people right now. After that, we'll follow up with our rising star and who needs a break and our exit ticket.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so we're starting off with what we've been watching, and then a trivia fact, and then we have something really fun, which is something we hope that the 3 of us will do this summer since we're almost at summer break. All right, so what have I been watching? As everybody knows, I've been watching a ton of Netflix, but I've been watching the new Flora's Lava season that just came out. I've been watching some like religious sort of dramas, which is the FLDS, which is the like fundamentalist Mormon church program. They have this whole thing about Warren Jeffs and like why all these underage girls were being married off and what happened as a result of that. And then on HBO, I just watched The Way Down with Gwen Shandling, I believe her name is, which is like if you don't know who she is, you really got to Google her. You will not believe me when I tell you her hair is unbelievable. And I will just leave it at that. So you will actually Google and tell, so you can see what I mean. And it was about how her church in Tennessee kind of was like this like cult that had to do with weight loss and how it sort of took over the town and parts of Tennessee. It was kind of very crazy. And then I just finished watching the last episode of the HBO sort of dramatization of The Staircase. And again, I know I've been saying that's a documentary you've got to watch, but if you at all are interested in how a documentary can become like a primetime show, you've got to watch it. It's, I don't know. It really kind of like rattled me a little bit in how it ended. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I was thinking there. A trivia fact. So I was on my way over we're filming at Karen's house today. And on my way over, I was like, listening to my Sirius XM on my car. And I was just like, wow, I literally could listen to anything, as evidenced by my Sirius XM channels. I have like the country station, then I have the heavy metal 2000s turbo station, then I have the lithium alternative rock station, then I have the pop station, and then I have the 60s on 6, which is ridiculous. But
You
I know.
60s on
Yes, I do.
Oh, my.
And I will listen to all of them. And like sometimes on my way home from work, I'm like, which channel I want to listen to? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I need a really big heavy metal song for today. Hopefully Korn's on the radio. And like that's totally me because I don't think people know that about me. But like I literally will listen to anything. I'm really into just any type of music. And then something I hope we do this summer. We had talked about this a little while ago. I'm hoping we can meet up at the Tunnel Bar.
Yes.
In Northampton.
Never been.
I know, to have a little drink and just a little get together there.
Perfect.
Okay,
That's
so
a
that's
fun
from Brenda.
one. Love it, Brenda.
I feel like I talked a ton. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, so this is Karen. Not a lot going on. What I've been watching is, of course, I'm watching reruns of Vanderpump still.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I can watch reruns of every shows that I
Mm-hmm.
love. But I did recently watch Jackass 4.0. Sorry.
Was it 4.0? I wrote 4.5.
4.5.
Okay.
4.5. Sorry, my fault.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah, it's the newest.
Oh,
okay.
It's tough. It's tough. In fact, Johnny Knoxville, is that his name?
Yes.
He actually, I think he now questions even doing any more because one of the incidents in it, he got hit by a bull, and it's bad. Like he gets knocked out for a while, and he was in recovery for like several months. I don't know about several months, but several weeks, and it really changed his mindset.
Wow.
Okay.
After 4.5 movies, he's come to his reason for not doing them anymore.
I remember, so maybe this one was a while ago, though, because I do remember him getting hit by the bull, and that he really did get hurt.
Yeah, he did. That's what.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, it's a entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yet
Those guys
Excuse
are still doing something all these years later. Wash your
bless
hands.
you. Excuse me. Yes.
Bless you. Okay.
Bless
All
you.
these years later, yes, they still are doing it, but I don't know if they should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, and then a little trivia. We own a Harley, and Brian's always been into motorcycles. Well, he had one growing up, and when we were dating, he used to take me on his, I think it was a Yamaha something.
Oh my gosh, it's so
road
cool.
bike. Not a road
That's
bike. Road bikes are fast.
Street bike?
Maybe it was.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And then he bought his father's Harley King, something like that. And so we have it. We've gone maybe twice, but a lot of people are like, "You ride a Harley?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, something you don't know."
Yeah.
And lastly, the summer bucket list. Oh, yes. So we had talked about getting together,
Mm-hmm.
and since I lived in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be a great idea that the three of us go.
Yes.
And hopefully maybe for like a night or two, go to New York City. I can navigate it. I can bring us to places, but I think it'd be a blast.
Total
Me too.
fun.
I think-
Especially because
I
you
do
know
too.
all the...
Right.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
get us places. I can ride the subway. I can,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, I love it.
Yeah. so excited.
Awesome.
So, Meg,
All
what about
right.
you?
I went to the movies twice last week. It was a busy week for me.
Gosh, I haven't been to the movies in
Oh,
years.
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd been since before COVID either, so that was really weird for me last week. But I went and saw the new Top Gun movie with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She would love the original, so I watched the original before going and seeing the second one, and they did a really great job with the second one. I thought
Okay,
I
good.
really enjoyed it. I didn't really enjoy watching the first one, honestly.
Top
You were
Gun?
into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they did a great job on the second one.
Tying it together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There was great connections to the first movie, and I loved it. It didn't feel like it was 2.5 hours long.
Okay.
See, because I didn't really have any desire to watch it.
Mhm.
But now that you say that, and did it make you cry? Or
It made my mom cry.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Aw.
she just loved the connections to the first movie. Totally
Okay.
understandably. Like, I could see why anyone who did watch that growing up would have loved this
it.
new
Okay.
movie.
Yeah.
You know? But then I went and saw Jurassic Park, and
So
yeah, and like Top Gun, they tied the original cast into this newest movie. So that was cool to have seen two movies like that last week. But as you guys know, I love dinosaurs. That really should have been my trivia about me today. I'll plug that a little bit too. I love dinosaurs. So I've always loved the Jurassic Park movies. And while I could appreciate the connections they made to the original Jurassic Park movie,
There wasn't enough
storyline,
dinosaurs.
yeah, the storyline didn't really have as much to do with the dinosaurs this time. And
see, I've been wanting to go see that one.
yeah,
But now that you say that about that,
I know, and I've
I'm a little
loved
disappointed.
them. Yeah, there's
Okay.
been lots of mixed reviews on it.
Really?
I can see the appreciation for it, but what I wanted it to be was more about the dinosaurs, and that's
Okay.
just But
So do you think that the movie had like less dinosaurs than people talking? Like, do you think it was that drastically different? You think, or
so they, I don't want to spoil it.
okay.
But they took it in a totally different direction and made it more about
personal
This-
relationships.
actually about the science and another
Oh.
thing that occurred because of this new science.
Okay, don't tell us anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. So it was
Science
very
and-
off par from everything else we've seen, and that it was interesting. I can see why some people would have liked it. It just wasn't what I wanted it to be. you know?
Okay. All right. Well, good to know. I mean, I know a lot of
Yeah.
people are looking forward to it, so maybe going into it knowing there aren't going to be a ton of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
is gonna-
That's interesting.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had some great like cinematic parts, but I
Right.
just wasn't
Okay.
my favorite. But my trivia about me is it's not shocking to anyone who knows me. I just love my mom. She's the best.
She really does.
She's
people.
the best.
We've been able to meet Karen and I have been
Yes.
able to meet her. We went out for a drink with her. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be great at our school.
I think that's what I'm saying.
You can tell you
Yeah.
two have a good relationship.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
That's great.
Yeah, she came in and helped out with my class yesterday, and we built kites. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. So
And clearly she wanted to come back, so she must have had a great time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like our school.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
That's awesome.
yes, and yeah, I just have a great class, and she saw, how great my class was this year. So that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then my summer bucket list, like Karen said, I am also looking forward to hopefully going to New York City all together.
Okay.
Brenda, have you been before?
I've been to New York, but like only twice in my life.
Okay.
And I don't know where to go. I don't know anywhere fun to go. Like,
Right,
I
right.
know nothing. I just look up like touristy places, and that's probably not where you should be going. So
Right. I would
yeah.
do the
Have
same.
you been?
I've been one time also. I had thought that we hadn't really been
Yeah.
before.
Really never.
So we need someone like you,
so
Karen, to be
excited.
there with. Yeah.
So excited.
You're gonna have two people be like looking
Yeah.
around like, oh
It's gonna
my
be the
gosh.
first time we see everything. So.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
be like, come on.
I'm
we
gonna
need
have
to go.
to
Oh,
do-
the
We need to go.
tourists. Let's go. Keep it moving.
I'm gonna have to research and figure out the best places to go and the fun places to visit.
Yeah.
All right, I got a little homework to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be fun.
If we could talk about it over martinis at the tunnel bar.
That's right.
See?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, we can. Yes, we
All right.
can.
Okay, perfect. All right, that's what we've been up to. Woohoo!
All right. And then moving into our whole group,
Okay.
this is where we're going to talk about what we saw in episodes 1 and 2, our first impressions, some predictions that we have for
Right.
season 1, and who we're kind of vibing with right now and
Yeah.
who not so much.
Okay, so let's talk about the characters.
Yes.
Or the
The
cast.
women. Yes.
So we've got Caroline B.
Yes.
We've got Lisa.
Yep.
We've
Yes.
got Ion.
Yes.
Sarah. Sarah's kind of a back
Well,
burner girl right now. Like a
Yeah.
she's-
Well, second episode more so in the forefront than the
okay.
first. Okay.
And then we have Nina and Caroline S.
Yes.
And all right, so first impressions.
I mean, I love the new cast.
Yeah.
I think they're really. I think right away you can sort of see things that you like about them and what you don't like about them.
Yes.
And Dubai is a
Oh,
interesting place. So
cool.
from what we can tell, it didn't really build. So it's 1966
it said.
to 2022.
Yeah.
Has really, really grown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's wealthy and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's very man-made.
Mhm.
I mean, I kind of want to know more about it, to be honest with you. I mean, I just didn't expect them to do a Housewives here, but now
didn't
I'm
either.
seeing them, like, I'm like, oh my God, there are actual housewives. Like, there's houses. I was saying to you guys, like,
Yeah.
I thought we were just living in, skyscrapers or being tourists, but they have literal houses. That's
Mhm.
really interesting,
Which was really cool to see through that huge frame that
Oh
we
my
kept looking
gosh.
at.
That was cool.
beautiful.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I like how, because Bravo is so intertwined,
Mm-hmm.
like Caroline Stansberry,
Yep.
she was from Ladies of London,
Yep.
who was also on Bravo.
Yep.
And what else did I bring up the other? Oh, the $1 Million Listing woman. Oh, what was her name? Heather? She also built a building there for that
Yeah.
show.
Wow.
So it's all kind of intertwined.
It is.
Anyways.
Yeah.
It is really intertwined. Speaking of Carolyn Stansberry, so there was like a Ladies of London sort of I don't know, marathon or whatever this past weekend or something in preparation of having their next episode. And she was definitely the queen bee of that show.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like she's sort of the queen bee again. If you notice, like,
Yeah.
to be at her hen party was the place to be. If she likes you, I feel like it's sort of where you want to be. I mean, what we saw with Nina is like she didn't like her, and now all of a sudden they're really close. But I almost am like, is it because Carolyn's again the it girl there? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I know watching the marathon, like it's very evident that she was the biggest person in Ladies of London, and I almost feel like she's coming in sort of with that here. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I totally agree. But we didn't see much of her in episode 2.
No,
did we?
no.
I didn't
not
feel
at
like as
all.
much either. I felt
Yeah.
like she was really predominant in that first
First one.
episode because of that wedding piece.
Maybe
but-
because she was so
I
predominant,
I
they
think yeah.
pulled back a little
It was
bit.
a familiar face, like, oh, let's get him hooked with her. Where's she at? And
Right,
then,
and
the
then-
other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so what did we learn about Caroline Stansberry or whatever?
Well, she's divorced now.
But she's remarried.
And married to a 27-year-old soccer star.
That she called a toy boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Her toy boy.
Yes, that was so funny. It looks like she's doing well. I mean, it seems like her kids are happy. She looks great. I mean, I was kind of surprised to hear that she was divorced. I never knew anything was wrong with her family.
Well, that was 7 years ago, though.
Well, they divorced only maybe like a year and a half ago, though. So, like, I don't know. It's just interesting to me. I didn't see that coming, but you never know.
Sorry.
Conrad wants to say something. That's what Conrad's doing. Yeah. Karen's dog.
We've also learned that she does not want to get to know Ion right now.
Yeah.
Or she's not.
She was pretty firm on that in the first episode, and it seems like they've kind of established their mindsets for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
But why? I can't remember what she said. Why? Oh, I don't want to get to know you. Like, Ion said something, like, you don't know me. And she goes, good, I don't want to get to know you.
Yes,
well, and
I
can't remember why, though.
Well, it was because they went back and forth about whether or not Carolyn or Lisa said that that Carolyn Stanberry didn't want her at the hen party because she wasn't important to her.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, and then after seeing what Ion made of the conversation, she was like, yeah, actually, I don't want to get to know you now, or you're not important to me or something.
Yeah. That was a tough scene to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. It was it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you guys thinking of Ion? Speaking of her.
Oh, let's see.
I have very mixed feelings right now. I'm not really
you
totally
two do.
sure how I feel. Yeah. Because in a lot of ways, like, she came in at the beginning and spoke 4 languages, and I was like,
yeah,
that's pretty incredible.
Right,
I mean,
right.
To hear of your upbringing and to know that you were raised by a single mom who was illiterate and you're here speaking 4 languages, that's, I think, pretty powerful.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I felt about the way she held herself in a lot of her conversations.
Yeah, I you're right. I think she's very confident. She's very proud of herself, shall we say. She's definitely a straight shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, Meg, in group settings, she handles herself differently than when she's with one-on-one.
Yes.
I feel.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
And I felt like too, like I kind of saw a little of Teresa in her, in that, like, she's very aggressive in these group settings. Tiny body, loud voice, like super loud voice. But if you noticed, when she talked about her husband, it was like 100% like pure love. And I just kept thinking, like, oh wow, that's kind of the MO of Teresa. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree, but I feel like Ion's is more wholehearted and honest. Teresa's is more, I don't want to say it's not true love, but it's more attention. I don't know.
She needs the attention. Okay.
I mean, she loves Louis, but I don't feel it comes across as genuine.
Okay.
As much as
Ion's did.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it did seem that way. They've been together for over 20 years. I think that says something.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
So, and I liked hearing her storyline, like, about where she came from. Like, it was nice to get to know her when she was talking to Sarah in the second episode. Like, I feel like it was really good to just have her be humbled a little bit, talking about her her growing up and her past, and not, maybe she's a little showy now because of what she's become, but still being able to show what she was when she wasn't.
Yeah.
What she is now.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you, Brenda. And I think that's what kind of, even though she had a lot of bad moments in these first 2 episodes, didn't totally push me away from her.
Right.
Not yet, at least.
I think she's going to be the villain. Like, I just think they're shaping her up to be.
Yep.
Right.
Sort of the aggressive, outspoken one who's against others. Maybe others will come into the fray with that too, but that's what I kind of see shaped up, is like, she's kind of like the one who goes against the norm, or the rest of them.
Yeah, I think I like her a little more than you guys do at this moment, but I could see potential her going in the down spiral, but I suppose we'll see.
I think her mouth's gonna get her in trouble.
I do too, because I felt like she had so many good qualities. Like, I like what she was saying about her family, about how, like, if her kid wanted to miss school, like what you remember
Yeah.
about your upbringing is
absolutely.
like all of those like fun, loving times you had with your family.
Right,
You don't
right.
remember what you were gonna miss out on that day of school. So she had a lot of values that I appreciated, but I do think her mouth is going to get her in trouble this season.
And you notice at the beginning, all the people that were around her when they were making her up, they were all just kissing
You're
her.
right,
down.
Karen.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
You
you're
know,
right.
they were just praising her.
Yes.
I'm like, and she was praising herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, that could have been. I mean, if I'm getting done, if
Yeah.
I have 800 people around me,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna agree with you.
Your
I'm
ego's
awesome.
gonna get inflated.
Yeah.
I mean, and she's a supermodel, so I mean,
Yeah.
obviously and she's got to have an ego in some regard. So
Right.
you know,
Although
Absolutely.
you're right, she was the only one not invited to Caroline's
hen party.
hen
Yes.
party.
Well, her and
And
was
I
it
wonder why.
Sarah?
Sarah wasn't either, but I
But
feel like
she seemed more on the outside.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody knows her as well.
Yeah.
I feel like Sarah wasn't completely signed up for the show yet by the end of that, or by the start of the show. You know what I mean? Like maybe she was waiting on her husband to okay her son to be on camera or something like that.
Well, in the first scene when they show all the women, there's only 5 in the first episode. Now is this from the second episode? Because now there's 6.
Oh. I don't know. I just searched Real Housewives of Dubai for that picture, so
so maybe she's now a main
now,
character, but in the first episode she was not.
Well, and like I said, like I think it could have been that they were waiting on her ex-husband to okay her son to be on film. Like it could have been one of those
You're
things,
totally
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay.
All right. So should we get into Sarah since we were talking about her?
Yeah.
So I mean, I really liked her. What did you guys think? Like I kind of like her being a single mom and kind of crushing it. I really like how she's getting along with the women. Like I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, her and Ion are at the end of episode 2. They were one-on-one. They were very close.
Yep.
She was very supportive of everything that Ion was saying and trying to give her advice. So, I mean, she seems strong, a strong woman. She seems like she could be rebellious.
Yes.
She seems like she loves her son.
Yep.
Is she the one that said, the only thing I want from the divorce was having my kid?
No, that was Carolyn Brooks, I believe.
Are you sure?
I thought she was the one.
Yes.
It was Caroline Brooks?
Okay.
Okay. Because I was going to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. What do you think of Sarah, honey?
I didn't have too many notes down for her, but I had the same exact points you guys had mentioned. I love the single mom piece. Especially when they were in the frame. I thought that was so cool watching her and her son.
Yeah.
And she loves her culture.
Yes. Loves her culture.
Yeah.
But I had also written down that she seems like she could have a little bit of a rebellious side, and she seemed to own that.
Yeah. Question for both of you, because she had talked about it. She was bringing up the idea of hypnotherapy. Would anybody be interested in doing that? I'm like just curious because some people swear by it and others say it doesn't work. I don't know.
I don't know much about it. Like, so they just you're hypnotized and they ask you questions while you're...
I think they try... Well, it depends on what you're going for. If you're trying to stop something, then the hypnotherapist will sort of lead you in a direction that finds disgust and smoking or carbs or whatever. But I think if it's a therapy, I think they're trying to get down to like maybe the subconscious of your brain, like something that might affect you don't realize. I don't know. I mean, I've never been hypnotized. I don't even know if I would be susceptible, but I don't know. I'm always curious.
Yeah, I try anything.
I'm very curious. Yeah.
I would just be curious to see who out of the three of us, or which ones of the three of us, would actually be hypnotized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys ever have like a I think it was after the night of our graduation in high school. We had like a hypnotist come.
Yep.
And it
You
was
did?
Yeah. To our after grad party. And it was my whole grade was there for the party. We were there till like I think it was like 4 a.m. It was absurd because they tried to deter people from going out and drinking and stuff and partying afterward.
Okay. That's
I think it's called Safe Grad for that reason. But we had a hypnotist come, and it was super interesting because there was someone who like was up there and totally owned that they were not
not at all.
Like, and they were like, okay, I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah.
There was one girl though who was very shy, and he had hypnotized her supposedly to like sing a song like she's a Sims character.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, she went for it. Like I felt like she had to have been hypnotized to be as quiet as she was and to do that. Because the Sims talking gibberish.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that for 5 seconds without laughing, let alone a whole song. So I don't know. I feel like I would need to know more about it too, but I think I would try.
I would try it.
Yeah.
I would try it.
You know,
Like I said,
just
anything
even
once.
see if like they could put us in like a calmer mode or zen or something like that. Like,
Yes.
like I don't think you have to like get to something. I think sometimes it's just like opening this part of your brain you don't know.
Yeah.
But I just really want to know, am I the susceptible person or not? Like, because I know some people are and aren't. How do you know if you are? You know what I mean?
Can you imagine if we did this on the podcast?
Oh my gosh.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hilarious. Yeah.
To see, like, yeah, exactly. And for one of us not to be able to, like, so Karen and Brenda are totally not realizing that right now.
Oh,
God. All right, that was my question to you guys.
Interesting. Yeah, I forgot that was happening at the close of the second episode.
All right, so now should we talk about, we have Nina, Lisa, and Caroline Brooks. Who should we do next, you think?
Let's do Nina.
Okay, yeah.
She seems like the voice of reason.
You really liked her a lot.
I do. I like Nina. She's, like I said, the voice of reason. She's, well, according to one of them, said she's quiet, but she, she's very reasonable. She seems to have a relationship with all of the women.
Yes.
Right? A good relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? She's like the Caroline Manzo of the old Jersey long ago. But she doesn't seem like she does it diplomatically. She seems, so far anyways.
Right.
I mean, anything can happen in Real Housewives.
Right.
I like her.
I like her
a lot.
I do wonder how long she'll be on the show though, because of what you just said. She is very diplomatic.
I know. That's what scares me.
And I think like she's a great connector. Maybe she brought people together, but like, I don't know. I mean, so if she supposedly, because we were looking up who these people were, and Meg had found that she supposedly is like one of the richest housewives because she's married to like one of the top billionaires in Dubai. So my whole thing is like, how much is she going to want to share of problems in her life when potentially she has more to lose than gain from being on a housewife show? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just worry, like, how long will she really be on here? Because if she's not going to show her life, she's not going to get into the drama, then what's her place?
Right. And where does her storyline kind of go with that?
But I like her.
I do too.
I just worry about her, being on the show long term.
And this is awful. And I know, Meg, you want to share, but how did she meet her husband? And why is she on the show if she is so wealthy? Like, there's something up with that.
I know.
Like, this is how it usually works. The women get on the show, and then divorce happens, like,
shortly after.
Season later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of like, oh, I was unfaithful to you, so to make it up for you, you can be in a housewife show.
Just like, yes, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Oh, yes. Sorry. No, that's
what
okay. That just brought back Camille.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you like Nina?
Right now I do, yeah. I kind of feel like she almost has that, like, Dolores vibe to her.
Yes.
Of, like, not, imposing that anyone else would do what she would do.
Right.
And just being okay with that being their friendship,
Right.
Like, you might not act the same way I would act, but you're a good friend to me, And I feel like that's diplomatic of her, but I agree. I just don't know. Like, with Dolores, we have the storyline with Frank and, like, her kids, and she has this other element to her, but I don't know with her. I don't know where she's going to go.
She did bring her 3 sons with Sarah and her son to that big frame museum.
Yes.
Oh, and was her husband the distinguished guy with the gray hair?
Yes.
And
that was her husband. Okay.
And they talked about how they had met, and he would fly like 3 times a month to Texas to go visit her when they were dating.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. I don't remember exactly how they met, but I do remember that part. And I was like, all right, that's significant.
All right.
I don't know.
Remember them saying that.
Yeah.
You're right. You could go, she's completely boring.
Right.
And or she becomes a controversy.
Right.
And they build on that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. It almost feels too early to, like, really know where it's heading yet.
Exactly.
Well, it is only
it's exciting.
episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yep. I know.
This is exciting.
It's like a brand new thing for us. That's why we kind of skipped over the last Jersey reunion, because we all knew where this was going. Let's start something fresh and new.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
All right. Should we go to Lisa, you think?
Lisa.
Yes.
So Lisa is the mom of 3, I believe, and she is the one who makes maternity dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of love that about. First of all, she's beautiful.
She is gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
Like, all of these women are beautiful.
They're all yes.
Agreed.
But anyway, so I loved the idea of her making maternity dresses. Like, I'm not a mom, but I do understand that, like, you know, when you're different shapes and sizes, sometimes you still want to look beautiful, and there aren't always options the way that they are if you're a size 0 to 2. Mm-hmm. So I do think that that's really cool. I love the dynamic of her family. It just seems really cute. I like her a lot so far.
Yeah.
What do you think, Meg?
I do too. I love that. I thought her boys were adorable. When they were in the tent yelling, "Boys, boys, boys rule! Girls, girls, girls rule!" I thought that was just so precious.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had also written a note about when she had the ice delivered to her pool.
Oh my gosh! You're right.
My gosh!
I read
that had me dying.
So right. Oh my gosh!
Like, that is really a whole brick of ice right there. They're dropping in there, and it totally makes sense. But I cannot imagine living in that heat.
No,
I can't. It's so hot that I need to put ice cubes like that in my pool.
And they weren't small ice cubes.
No.
They were big blocks like this ottoman here.
Yes,
and
they were big.
For the delivery of, I think there was like only 4.
Yeah, it was $1,200.
$1,200.
Yeah.
What's funny is that
for ice that's gonna melt in like 2 minutes
immediately in the water.
103 degrees is the degree of our hot tub. So I can get why they're like, this is not refreshing.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
So we lived in Phoenix.
Yeah,
with Scottsdale. And one day I was driving to school, and it was 118 on my thing.
God.
Now, so in the summer, your pool is like 96, 97.
Right.
Now, Dubai, I don't know how hot it gets. 130 maybe?
I think 120 is what they were saying.
So
maybe even hotter.
Oh my God.
So the ice cubes make sense, but they don't, because like in Arizona, a 98 degree pool, it's hot. It's not refreshing until you get out,
right?
And you're refreshed for about 2 minutes, and then you're like, all right, it's hot. I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta tell you though, it did make me realize that an actual profession that's probably thriving over there is ice and ice delivery.
Oh yeah, because remember
right?
the delivery you saw in the background, the ice. Like a ton of them?
Like 100%. It made me realize, like, wow, this is like real industry, and we don't have that necessarily in Massachusetts, but man, over there, like it's got to be like a delivery on demand service.
Like they must have an ice factory.
Yeah.
Like
the DoorDash for ice.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. All right, anything else for Lisa? What do you think?
Family oriented. Love her sons. They're gorgeous, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband was cute. We talked about him too.
And and her and Ian seem to be besties right now.
Yeah, it does seem like
I like that relationship.
Yep.
So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, where that goes. Okay. All right. Are we ready for Caroline Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay.
She used to live in Massachusetts.
I know!
Newton.
Yeah.
How cool is
not
that?
too far from here.
I feel like I love her just because of that. It's like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm not a big fan of her. I don't know. Sorry. I love the fact that she's from here. I know you guys love her for that.
No, that's okay. All right. What are your reasons, Karen?
Let's see. I don't know. I think she's very direct. I think she's very wishy-washy. Like, she says one thing, and then she says something to another person. Like, at that dinner, she said, Ian said, you said this to me, like, I'm not important.
Right.
And then, I don't know. I think she can get caught up in the drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she might be the cause of the drama. I don't know. That's my initial thoughts.
Okay. I could see that with the phone call, though, that they had, because she was the one spilling the tea about
when
Ian not being invited, and she was sitting right there.
She started drama with Ian because she was right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Still early, but
it
what do you
is.
think, Brenda?
Well, she also mentioned Malibu and pineapple juice is something she drank, and I was like, college, which I thought was so cool. And then she's looking to buy something in Dubai. Remember, she talked about like how like
the realtor,
and stuff. And I was thinking. I mean, Meg and I were talking a ton about this like during commercials. the real estate in Dubai and like just like the whole look of Dubai,
Mhm.
it's gotta be so awesome.
Yeah.
Although we didn't really find awesome prices and places in the Burj Khalifa like we would have thought.
No.
No.
But it's, I mean, just looking at their homes and like where they can live, like I'm learning so much about this. You know, like regardless of how good the characters are, like I think the location is so great.
Yeah.
And the way they're shooting the series right now is so great. Like I'm excited.
I am
don't
too.
know. Yeah.
I am
You
too.
know?
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
I do like her for the fact. So I thought, who was the one?
You thought Lisa was
Yeah.
the one who was the single mom?
Was it Lisa?
Or
Nina.
Nina. Okay.
One of them.
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah.
Sarah. I thought she was the one that wanted just her son. But I do respect Caroline saying, I wanted nothing else. I walked away from my marriage, but I did want my son, which,
Yeah.
you know, touches me in my heart.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
And she did. She walked away with nothing but her son.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is
She-
respectful.
She also might be the most smoke and mirrors person though, because you know how like these housewives, they sometimes fake what they have. I can see her possibly trying to keep up with the Joneses in this, considering she did, like you said, walk away from everything.
Yeah.
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 So, you know, maybe that's something to be mindful of too, moving forward with her.
Right.
Is, you know, anyways, but
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right, so those are our first impressions.
All right, so I have a question for
Yeah.
you 2
Mhm.
So I was thinking about it, being that this is the first 2 episodes and we're just meeting them.
Mm-hmm.
Putting yourself in their situation. If you were a new housewife,
Yeah.
I said, what scene for yourself would you choose to show off and introduce yourself? how would you do that?
do that?
So think about that. I don't expect you to know now, but
Okay.
like who would be part of that first initial, like when they introduce you?
Yeah, I
What
know.
would that look
Like
like?
Ion being on the camel with her like
Right,
like her
right.
glam and stuff. But what
And then the ice delivery with the
with
kids
Lisa,
and
Yeah.
saying who's the most important you kids are, and so-
mine would be very
First
basic.
impressions.
It would probably be something with Chance.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be something
Yeah.
with my dog Chance.
Yeah, perfect.
I mean, that's what when I think about like what does my life consist of most hours of the day. If I have like free time, it'd be something with him and Bob too. But I'm just thinking like Bob would probably come into the scene, but it probably would start with me and Chance.
Yeah.
See, I asked you both that, and I'm not sure. I mean, clearly it would have to do with my son, my husband.
Yeah.
My
Maybe you riding in on the Harley.
well, no, I don't do that enough to. That's not really me, but
Okay.
I don't know. See, I don't know. I think it'd be a good thing to think about. Like,
Yeah, what would
how
you
are you
wanna
going to
do?
market yourself
Yeah.
for this
Okay.
show?
I could see Meg lying on her carpet in her room trying to get her bunny to come out from
Yep.
underneath the crumble bed. That's what I could see.
I could see her doing something with
Yes.
like sci-fi or like dinosaurs or something that
Mhm.
you love. Like,
Yes. And I've got a couple of things like that.
What would you
too.
do? Yeah, what would you
I
think?
don't know.
See,
I was
put you on
thinking
the spot.
I was thinking probably my bunny. That would probably be the easiest thing to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to, but
I know.
dinosaurs would have to be a close second for me, you know.
Right.
Either that or watching you drive while wondering what she's listening to for a podcast or for music.
Your car
My car
would
ride
have
would
to
be
be
a
Yeah,
good
part of
one.
it.
yeah.
Your car would have to be
Yeah.
part of your.
I
intro.
agree. Yeah, very
oh.
tough question.
I know. Well,
I know. How would you market yourself?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're doing, so people are drawn to you
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
story.
Well, I have to say, Meg and I found some of Karen's Precious Moments figurines,
Well, they
and a
did
part of
find
me is wondering if Karen's going to be dusting them in her opening scene.
Yes.
And then putting it back in its proper place.
Yes.
Step back. Let me shut the glass door.
Exactly.
That's a good question, Karen.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you really got to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. First impression is everything.
And there was one other thing. Oh, okay. So,
Mhm.
sorry, I'm monopolizing this.
No,
but
go for it.
another question. Do you think since Caroline's hen party was on the yacht
Yep.
and Below Deck is
Mhm.
also a show from Bravo, the yacht that they used was called Asa?
Yeah.
Isa?
Yeah.
Do you think that could be a future boat or yacht they use in Below Deck Dubai?
The boat. So here's my thing. I don't think the boat was big enough to be a below deck boat, but I think they showed the name for a reason because they were probably getting some sort of advertising for the boat by being on there.
Okay.
Like, I feel like Carolyn's party was probably free because they said, you show the name of our boat.
Right.
And then people will want to come and rent the boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, it's good advertising.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff I have to say, like a lot of the stuff that they do is probably free or almost minimal price because they know they're going to get featured on the show.
Right, because
like
of that
all the
advertising.
restaurants. Like,
I know, isn't that funny? Because if you're on this show, you don't have to.
No,
you don't need those things to be free for you.
don't.
Right. No.
And yet they are.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot to say, should we talk about the goat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the goat. I would be
What do you
so
guys think?
upset if someone ever showed up to my house with a responsibility for me.
Like, here's a goat. Here's your gift.
Here's something that needs to be fed. Is gonna go poop in my yard.
Yep.
I would be so upset.
Everything.
Yeah, it's gonna eat everything. I'd be like, take that home with you. Come on, like.
know.
Are they trainable?
I don't actually know. I mean, they seem
I
like
don't either.
lovely pets, and I think that they can be domesticated to like
Yeah.
really enjoy you. But Meg's right. Like, it's a responsibility. I don't think you can make a goat live inside your house. I think they chew everything.
Right.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that from Little House on the Prairie. Just so
Oh,
you know
that's
that.
right. Which Karen's a big fan of. We
Yes,
know.
of course.
And I think I understand her culture that you show up with gifts.
Well, she showed up with onions to the other person's house.
Mhm.
And I felt like if you're going to give a gift, that seems something much more appropriate. Just because, like, I really couldn't handle if an animal was ever brought to my house. Personally, that's just...
No,
if
you had a farm, perhaps it'd be like, oh, well this is great. Yeah,
right.
But, like, any of
jump
our
in the
houses,
pool.
what would we do? Yeah, it jumped in the pool, exactly.
Yeah, it'd be
exactly.
like you guys bringing me a dog.
Yeah.
I know.
No, I don't need another responsibility.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. Well,
and how does she know she's not allergic? Like, I'm allergic to everything.
Right. Well, I think Meg's right. It's a huge responsibility. I also think it's a real big presumption.
Yes.
Like, now that you say it the way you did, Karen, about bringing you a dog, like, I know not to do that because A, there's allergies, and do you want one? And I wouldn't want to offend you, and I feel like you'd be upset with me. You're right. It's a responsibility. Like, take care of this for the next 12 years.
It'd be putting me on the spot, being like, Brenda, no, can't take him. Sorry.
Right.
Or I don't. You know, and then I would feel bad. You would feel bad. Everybody would feel bad.
Of course.
Right.
Okay.
And you made a great point on the show too about like, what do I do with this now except for it becoming my kids' pets?
Yep.
What else do you do with it?
I don't know.
It's your new pet. I don't know.
I also don't think that they have grass over there because it's so hot. I think they'll have turf.
Right.
So when are you feeding this goat? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's another
like,
charge
think,
that you gotta import. Like, oh, send me some sod.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Are we ready for what's the next one? Problems we might have, or
no? I think we did it all.
Oh, do we have like potential issues that they're gonna have?
Oh yes, predictions.
Yes, predictions.
Predictions for season 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is coming up in this season now? What are your predictions right now, Brenda?
All right, I think Carol and Stanberry will fade more into the background now that they're getting a more established cast. I think Ayana's going to be kind of hitting it with everybody the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
I do think someone's marriage, I don't know who, is going to come out as not being as great as they think. Because I feel like that always happens in a new show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just think they're going to showcase really awesome things to look at visually. Like, that's what I think this series is going to be, is like, you think that so-and-so is wealthy in Beverly Hills, come to Dubai.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
I agree.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think Caroline Brooks is going to be an issue with everybody. I just have that feeling.
Okay.
Or her and Ion are going to be butting heads the whole season.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, the marriage thing, somebody's marriage is going to blow up. On what else? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make the predictions because anything can happen.
Right. It's still so new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that Ion's going to be caught up in the center also of whatever fights are happening, just from the way they've staged the first 2 episodes. But otherwise, I don't know.
And Lisa and I think Nina are going to be the peacemakers.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see Ayan's house. We have not seen her house yet.
No, and I'm very
We've
curious.
seen everyone else's, so
And they had some really pretty houses.
yeah.
And they showed her husband the one time.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
where's he from? He was from America somewhere.
I feel like he sounds American.
I think he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Because
and Phaedra's coming up. Phaedra's going to be on here,
Phaedra.
which I don't know what she's been up to, but yeah, I'm sure.
I don't
be a
know
lot.
how she comes into play.
Well,
I don't
she's
know
friends
how
with one of them,
Yes. Okay.
but
But
it'll
how?
just be interesting to see how she comes up. Yeah. I don't know. All right, so that's our predictions. Do you think anything else for that?
Yeah.
All right. So who was our favorite? Who are we thinking we are liking right now? In lieu of a rising star needs a break, what do you guys think are like our?
Well, we were
fourth
thinking about maybe just guessing on a rising
Yeah.
star.
Oh, let's do that then.
and
Okay.
then putting somebody in who needs a break. What did we say? We said, Nina. We
said Nina.
Oh yeah.
The rising
Okay, I like
star.
that. Okay, I like that.
Because she's so level-headed
Yep.
right now.
Yes.
Yes.
And she seems put together.
Yeah.
Is
It's very, very hard, I think, right
Mhm.
now to really come up with a
'Cause we're
solid
yeah.
one, but she seems to have caused the least amount of waves
Okay.
right now.
right now.
Right now.
Yeah, and I think she's. I mean, knowing that she lives in an apartment in one of those really high sky rises, like I think it's really cool. So I think
Yeah.
we're going to see a lot from her visually. I'm thinking
Yeah.
closets, bags, clothing.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
hope so. I want to
Yeah,
see all
yeah,
those things. Yeah.
I do, but she seems very modest though. At the same time, like she's not a showy
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of gal. Like remember somebody wore something and she was like, "No, it's just a little. I'm not going to over dress."
Oh,
What was it?
was it for the hen party?
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
it was.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Interesting.
But
All right,
she was
so-
very not dressed up,
right.
Okay.
not showy.
Okay. All right. So rising star, I like that.
Yeah.
She's also super beautiful, by the way.
She
They're
is.
all- they're all
Yes.
I know, right?
Yes.
Like
Crazy.
they're stunning. Okay.
Yes. And then for our needs a break.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it felt like it had to be Ion just with
Yeah.
her couple of altercations in these.
In the group.
Yeah, in the group.
groups.
She is the tiniest person, and she
Yes.
is like so just, in your
Yes.
face about things.
Outspoken, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
One on
very
one, she's
outspoken.
fine. She seems fine.
Yeah.
At least
Yes.
with her friends and her loyalty to them.
Yeah, yeah,
But whole group? Not so
Yeah.
much.
yeah. It'll
It's
be
very self-centered.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested to see how she develops in this season.
Me too.
Do you think she'll make it?
I do, because they always love. I mean, if you look at Salt Lake City with Jen Shaw, everyone thought the same thing about her. She's so ridiculous. But she's become a cornerstone of the franchise. I think everybody needs someone who's over the top. Ion is over the top.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
I did like that orange outfit she had on.
oh, the orange dress she had.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
bejeweled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
She
my
was
gosh.
beautiful in that. Yeah.
She
We
did
forgot
look
to talk about how she's wearing a fur coat while Nina was in like a tank top dress.
Well, that's
Oh,
what I think
yes.
it was.
The
That's what it
Yes.
was. She was beyond. She
You're
was
right.
over the top, and Nina was very laid back and just in her little.
Fur
Yes.
coat? Are you
Yes.
serious? I can't even imagine.
No, it was enormous. I can't even imagine the amount. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's got to be pricey and has somehow managed to not cause you to sweat like
Right,
that.
right.
They
But
must have.
looking at it, I'm sweating. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I couldn't take her seriously because I'm like, really? Like, I'm sorry. Wearing a fur coat in Dubai just says, like, you're trying to look expensive.
Yeah.
And I feel like expensive versus practical, they're two different things.
Yes.
Do you think? Do you think how high the building was where they were? It's colder up there because
Maybe.
it was so high.
I mean,
Like that one apartment is a half mile high.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's got to
the
be cooler up
elevation.
there.
I mean, it did look like there was a breeze, yes. But when you look at the people
Yeah.
around, like...
Yeah, like Nina. You're right.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so potential needs a break moving forward, Ion. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a wrap on this week.
I know.
Any other final thoughts right now?
No, I'm just
I think
really
that-
excited about this.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the drama.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm excited to be at the beginning of this season
Mm-hmm.
as it's happening live instead of having to, catch
Catch
up
up.
on 13
Oh, totally.
seasons.
Oh my god, poor Meg. Yeah,
Totally
Meg is
makes
starts
sense.
fresh with this.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Me neither. I do think it's going to be a standout, though. I just think they have a whole new production for this series, and I just am like, wow, they're really going to make this seem really just maybe more intense, more upscale. Like I don't know, it was really really entertaining to watch. So I think it will hopefully continue.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yay. Well, thank you
Right.
guys so much for listening. We can't wait to see you for episode 3, and we hope you guys have a good rest of your week.
Yes.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.